Hello children, welcome back to Math Magic with Sonia. In the previous video, I explained how to find square root of perfect square numbers using the long division method. In this video, I'll explain how to find square root of non-perfect square numbers using the same method. So to begin with, we will find the square root of the number 5 up to 4 decimal places, and then we will round off the answer to 3 decimal places. So, I write the number here, draw the division bars, and since I am supposed to find the square root up to 4 decimal places, I write 8 zeros after the decimal point. We have to always write the zeros in pairs. If I was supposed to find the square root up to 2 decimal places, then I have to add 4 zeros. So the next step is to group the number in pairs. Now since this is a decimal number, before the decimal point, when we are pairing the numbers, we have to start from right and move towards the left. But after the decimal point, we are supposed to start from the left and move towards the right. So before the decimal point, I have just a single digit. So I have only one group. And after the decimal point, I have, this is the first group, second group, third group and fourth group. The next step is to find a perfect square number which is equal to 5 or less than 5. We know that 4 is the nearest perfect square to 5. So I write 4 here. The square root of 4 is 2. Write 2 in the divisor's place, 2 in the quotient's place. 2 into 2 gives 4. Subtract. Write the answer 5 minus 4 gives 1. Now before bringing down the next pair, we have a decimal point. So we put the decimal in the quotient as well. And then we bring down the next pair. So the new number in focus is 100. Over here I write the double of the quotient. 2 plus 2 gives 4. Now in the next step, 4 along with a single digit number multiplied by the same single digit number should give me a number equal to 100 or less than 100. So for that, I write over here 4, single digit multiplied by the same single digit should give me a number which is equal to this or less than this. So I again follow the approximate division method, which is 100 divided by 4 and a single digit number. Now I leave the last digit in the denominator also from the units place as well as the numerator. Draw a line and see 4 goes how many times? I am left with 10. How many times it goes in? 10. 4 goes maximum 2 times because 4 3s is 12 which exceeds 10. So I can take the single digit number as 2. 4, 2 into 2 is 4, 2 4s is 8. That means I write 2 over here. Write 2 in the quotient, write 42 into 2, the product over here 84. Subtract, 10 minus 4 gives 6 and 9 minus 8 gives 1. Now I bring down the next pair of zeros. So the new number in focus is 1600. Over here, I add 2, 2 plus 2 gives 4 and 4. So now 4, 4 and a single digit number again multiplied by the same single digit number should give me a number which is equal to 1600 or less than 1600. I write on this side 4, 4 single digit multiplied by the same single digit. Again I do the approximate division rule. 1600 divided by 4, 4 and the single digit number. This time I eliminate 2 numbers from the numerator as well as the denominator and draw a line. Now I am left with 16 divided by 4. 4 goes maximum 4 times, 4 4s is 16. So I can take the single digit number as 4. But if I take it as 4, we can see this is not 400, this is 4, 4 and something else. So if it was 400, then it would have gone exactly in 1600. But since this number is greater than 400, we try it with 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, carry 1, 3 4s are 12 and 1, 13. I get the result as 1329. So I take the single digit number as 3, write 3 in the quotients place also, and the product over here. Subtract. 10 minus 9 is 1, 9 minus 2 is 7, and 5 minus 3 is 2. Get the remainder as 271. Bring down the next set of zeros. So the new number in focus is 27,100. Over here I add 3. 3 plus 3 is 6, 4 and 4. Again I am supposed to find the single digit number. So 4, 4, 6 and the single digit number multiplied by the same number. Over here we do the approximate division. 27,100 divide by 4, 4, 6 and the single digit number. This time I leave 3 digits from the denominator as well as from the numerator and draw a line. So I have to see how many times 4 goes in 27. 4 6s is 24 and 4 7s is 28. So the maximum number of times it can go is 6 times. So I take the single digit number as 6 and multiply. 6 6 are 36, carry 3, 6 6 are 36 and 3 39, 6 4s are 24 and 3 27, 6 4s are 24 and 2 26. The answer is 26,796. The product. Subtract. Over here I write 6. I have taken the number as 6. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 9 0. Over here it becomes 0. So 10 minus 7 is 3. The remainder is 304 after subtracting. Over here I add 6 plus 6 gives 12, carry 1, 7, 4 and 4 and a missing number. I bring down the last set of zeros. So the new number in focus is 30,400. Again I multiply over here 4, 4, 7, 2 and the single digit number with the same number. I do the approximate division over here. 30,400 divide by 4472 and the missing number. This time I leave 4 digits from the denominator as well as 4 from the numerator and draw a line. I am left with 3 in the numerator and 4 in the denominator. We know that 4 doesn't goes once also in 3. And over here also if we have a look, if I add any digit starting from 0 to 9, I will get a number which is 44,000. The least number I can get is 44,720. Which is greater than 30,400. So that means it goes 0 times. So the fourth decimal place is 0. That means since this number, the fourth place is less than 5, if it was more than 5, this digit will increase to 7. Since it is less than 5, we leave it as 2.236. Square root of 5 is approximately equal to 2.236. I hope you have understood this method. I will do another example to make this even more clear. Now I will explain how to find the square root of the number 23.1, which is a non-perfect square number, by the long division method. So the next step is to group the number into pairs. Again we will be finding the square root up to 3 decimal places. So since I have only one digit after the decimal point, I need to add 7 more zeros so that I get 4 pairs after the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now I pair the numbers. Before the decimal point I have just one pair of numbers, and after the decimal point this is the first pair, second pair, from left to right, third pair and the fourth pair. The next step is to see the first pair, which is 23. Now I have to find a perfect square number which is equal to or less than 23. So we know that 4 square is 16 and 5 square is 25. So 5 square is more than 23. So we take square of 4, which is 16. And write the square root of 16 over here, which is 4. So 4 multiplied by 4, 4 in the quotients place, gives 16. Subtract and find the difference. So 13 minus 6 gives 7. Now there's a decimal point, so I put the decimal point in the quotient as well and bring down the next pair, which is 10. So the number in focus is 710. Over here I add 4, 4 plus 4 gives 8. Now the next step is to 8 along with another number. I have to find this number so that 8 along with this number multiplied by the same missing number gives a number which is equal to or less than 710. So the same rule of approximate division, I write 710, 8 and a missing number. I leave one digit in the denominator as well as the numerator. Now 8 goes how many times in 71? 8 8s is 64 and 8 9s is 72. So 8 9s is exceeds 71. So we take 8 multiplied 8 times. 8 8s are 64, 8 8s are 64 and carry add 6, 70. Over here I write 704, 8 in the quotient, subtract and find the difference. 10 minus 4 gives 6. Over here I add 8, 8 plus 8 16, carry 1, 8 plus 1 9. Now 9 6 along with a missing digit multiplied by the same missing digit should give me a number. I bring down the next pair, which is next pair of zeros, should give me a number which is equal to 600 or less than 600. Over here what we can see is, if I put along with 9 6, if I put the single digit as 0 also, or any digit from 0 to 9, it will exceed 600. So that means it doesn't goes once also. So I take the missing digit as 0 without using the approximate division. Over here I write 0. Take the difference. Since I didn't write any number, the difference is again 600. Bring down the next pair of numbers, which is again 2 zeros. So the number in focus becomes 60,000. Over here also I add 0, so I get the same number back, 9 6 0 and a missing digit. So I use the approximate division. $60,000 and denominator I have 9 6 0 and a missing digit. So over here I eliminated the last digits. If I would have done a division here, I would have eliminated the last 2 digits. Now I will eliminate the last 3 digits. So 1, 2 and 3. Over here also 1, 2 and 3. So 9 goes how many times in 60? 9 6 is 54 and 9 7 is 63. 63 is more than 60. So I take 9 6 times. 9606 multiplied by 6, 6 6 are 36, carry 3, 6 0 are 0, 3 as it is, 6 6 are again 36, carry 3, 6 9s are 54 and 3 gives 57. So I get the number as 57,636. Over here I took the missing digit as 6, so I write 6 here and 6 in the quotient as well. Again I subtract, add 6 here, 6 plus 6 12, carry 1, 9612 and a missing digit. Here I take the difference. N minus 6 gives 4, 9 minus 3 gives 6, 9 minus 6 gives 3, 9 minus 7 gives 2. I get 2364. I bring down the last pair of zeros. Again do the approximate division. 2, 3, 6, 4, 2 zeros divided by 9612 and a missing number. Now this time I leave, last time I left 3 digits, now I leave the last 4 digits from the numerator as well as the denominator. So I am left with 23 divided by 9. So 9 goes how many times? 9 2s is 18 and 9 3s is 27, which exceeds 23. So I take 2 as the missing digit. Write 2 in the quotient. Over here I can multiply 96122 into 2, which gives 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12, carry 1, 2 9s are 18 and 1 19. So I get 192244. Over here I can see that the fourth decimal place is less than 5. So even if I don't subtract, I get my answer over here. I can say that the square root of 23.1 is approximately equal to, up to 3 decimal places, 4.806. So I hope all of you have understood how to find square root of perfect as well as non-perfect square numbers by the long division method. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel so that I get the encouragement to make more videos for you. Thank you, take care and bye.